The Visible Heart Lab, it's a large research lab here at the University of Minnesota in a medical school. We do preclinical research. We do a lot of work on medical device testing.
The Visible Heart Lab is a really vibrant place for students and industrial people to kind of come together and to work in an environment that allows for innovation and creativity in device design.
We're standing in the basement of the Mayo building. It's the place where really some of the first open heart surgeries anywhere in the world were performed. Most of my grad students, I actually have them learn how to 3D print. I think it's an important just tool to put in all their toolboxes.
We use 3D printing for a lot of different things, and one is really for student education. Developing students that have a really wide range of engineering capabilities.
I'm working in the medical device industry on next generation pacemakers, and with 3D printing, there's very much an appreciation in the medical device industry for students and new hires that can turn an idea into a physical concept.
But we've also engaged our surgeons if they have complex anatomies. We'll actually are approved to do pre-procedural models for them, and then they can use that to help aid in their clinical decisions.
Especially in pediatric cardiology, these children, as I said, are born with complex congenital heart lesions, and every child anatomy is very different from the other one. As you can see, this is a small heart with a very complex anatomy, and having understanding this anatomy beforehand is very useful. And the advantage of 3D prints is you can make them bigger, and you can work with them in bigger sizes, and you can really understand the intricate details of the anatomy.
They'll also use those specimens to talk to the family prior to the procedure, talk about what the procedure is, what the risks of the procedures are, and what their approach is going to be. The other thing that we'll do, though, is we'll actually do painting sessions. So we'll print a bunch of hearts just with ABS plastic, where we're just taking paintbrushes and painting each aspect of that cardiac anatomy. And that puts that anatomy in your brain in a unique way that you're not going to get in any other modality. And if I looked close at this, you'd actually see a 3D printed second micra in there. So now you can give this to a physician and immediately get an understanding of the anatomy, the space available to do multiple devices.
Anatomical 3D printing is something that's very valuable in the medical device industry. It's important to be able to speak to the 3D printing that you've done. The Visible Heart Lab, they have this really great collaboration with different companies within the medical device industry. And that was really a draw for me, is you see your future.
So we really try to kind of create this symbiotic relationship where we're able to both teach and educate, and at the same time utilize this for the clinical care team, and then combine that as really a win-win situation for the students.